Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank all of you for coming together today as we enter our new and, as always, challenging academic year. I appreciate that you have taken the time out of your busy days to get an update on the state of our university. Your engagement and commitment is what makes UWM a great place. In the plenary last September, I said that values are what drive this university and that money and marketing follow from them. At that point, I pointed to UWM's core mission, which states our broad institutional goals, providing access to a high-quality learning opportunity, especially for students from the state of Wisconsin, conducting open inquiry and leading-edge scholarship and research, and serving regional needs by forging innovative partnerships that advance community and economic development. I also shared with you a brief vision statement that was developed and approved by campus leadership and governance groups. The vision statement specifically states what we intend to accomplish within the core mission of our university. We will be a top-tier research university that is the best place to learn and work for students, faculty, and staff, and a leading driver for sustainable economic prosperity. We will accomplish this through a commitment to excellence, powerful ideas, community and global engagement, and collaborative partnerships. Now, during the last 8 months since I last addressed you, the landscape for higher education has continued to change faster than at any time in our history. We have seen reduced public financial support, the shifting nature of public-private partnerships, the rapid emergence of for-profit schools and online education, the challenge to maintain affordable access for students, the globalization and advanced communication technology. The scope of change is far-reaching. The rate of change is breathtaking. This transforming landscape contains opportunities for exciting, creative ventures, but it also presents daunting challenges. Like higher education nationally, we too are changing at an unprecedented pace. These changes have tangible effects on our own campus. If you feel busy because you are serving on new campus committees, there's good reason. We have counted at least 31 different major initiatives on our campus. These initiatives signify that our campus is proactively adapting to the changing environment, so we are well positioned to be successful in the future. Like many of you, I was fascinated by the drama that played out at the University of Virginia this past summer. The situation in Virginia exemplified changes in higher education and the tension between traditional educational values and the pressures to adapt to market forces. In June, UVA President Teresa Sullivan was compelled to resign by a powerful rector and board of visitors. 16 days later, Dr. Sullivan was reinstated following a furious protest by the UVA faculty and strong public criticism. At issue was the perception that President Sullivan was moving too slowly to change the university to operate on a private business model. She refused to eliminate departments such as German and Classics, which are deemed too costly for the perceived returns to the university. As expressed in a New York Times article, the drama at UVA opened a window on the pressures public universities face nationwide as they grapple with shrinking state support, rising tuition, the growing availability of college-level courses online, and pressure to shift resources from traditional liberal arts programs to education in business and technology. It is very possible to creatively combine our values with these forces of change. I know this is true because we are doing just that at UWM. As a campus, we still understand the importance of the humanities and arts and providing education that fosters broad-based critical thinking skills. We continue to do so in spite of significant budget cuts. Public universities must adapt to market forces, lead in discovering new knowledge, and incorporate private sector practices that help our campuses be more efficient. But public universities are not for-profit businesses. and I believe it would be dangerous to act as one. Businesses must rapidly adapt to their market or they will flounder and fail. This past summer, I visited Microsoft and one of our distinguished alumna, Satya Nadella. He described how Microsoft had to completely reinvent itself each year because technology was changing so quickly. He stated that one wrong decision about a product could seriously harm the organization. Such rapid changes have had significant impact on the lifespan of companies. In 1935, the average lifespan of a Fortune 500 company was 65 years. Today, the average life of a Fortune 500 company is less than 15 years. In contrast, the life of a public university is measured in decades and centuries, and acting like a private company could jeopardize its long-term viability. UWM has benefited from billions of dollars in investment since our inception from the citizens of the state of Wisconsin, and we must continue to be good stewards of that investment. We must be leaders in discovery and innovation, and we can learn from the best practices from industry. But we must also remain stable, long-term repositories for core cultural values. There is a lot going on our campus, and I would like to share with you many of our new and ongoing initiatives. As a campus, we are performing cutting-edge research and scholarship in every academic discipline that are making a difference in the lives of others. Our research strength is highlighted by several new innovative partnerships. Led by Dean Stan Stojkovic and Growing Power's Will Allen, every school and college within UWM has been involved in the formation of an Institute for Urban Agriculture and Nutrition. I believe this institute will literally change the world by fostering business opportunities and health and wellness programs for millions of inner-city residents. Last week, Engineering Dean Brett Peters and I announced a $3 million partnership with GE Healthcare in the area of computational imaging. Work in this area would dramatically improve quality and speed of patient scans and create transformational opportunities to educate our students. As a campus, we continue to expand our partnership with Johnson Controls. Johnson Controls is providing funding to create a world-class dry room in our EMS building. This battery testing and prototype facility is the only one at an academic institution in the US. I am confident that the work going on between our faculty, students, and JCI scientists in this room will lead to the next major breakthrough in battery technology right here on our campus. Now, to further support our research and educational excellence, our campus is physically transforming as well. In June, we dedicated the new downtown facility for the Zilber School of Public Health, and our faculty and students have moved in. Also in June, we held the groundbreaking for the expansion of the School of Freshwater Sciences. This expansion will create research labs and classrooms that will allow the school to be an international leader for decades to come. In August, the Wisconsin Building Commission approved funding for the Kenwood IRC and the Children's Center in the Northwest Quad to keep both of these projects on schedule. And we continue to build out the Northwest Quadrant for campus. And many of you probably hear and feel the ongoing work next to the Kunkel Center. Our first building on the Innovation Campus in Wauwatosa will be completed late next summer, and an RFP is being issued for pre-design of a new student union. As we move forward with our capital projects, we continue to attract national leaders to our campus. Earlier this year, we were able to announce Andy Geiger as our new athletic director. Not only is Andy a member of the Athletic Directors Hall of Fame, but he has more than 37 years of Division I athletic director experience at places like Brown, Penn, Stanford, Maryland, and The Ohio State University. A few weeks ago, we also welcomed Brett Peters as our new Dean of the College of Engineering and Applied Science. Brett comes to us from Texas A&M University, where he led a top 10 industrial engineering program for more than a decade. And no, he is not new to our campus. We officially named Johannes Britz as our provost last month, March. Johannes' leadership style of emphasizing collegiality, transparency, communication, and humor has helped our campus navigate very difficult waters and position us well for future. And speaking of humor, Johannes' appointment will ensure that our campus will have many more spotted cow references. Finally, I am very pleased to announce that Professor Mark Money from the Lubar School of Business has been competitively selected to lead the campus strategic planning and has been appointed the Chancellor's designee for strategic planning and campus climate. I would like all of these new campus leaders to please stand so we can recognize their commitment to make UWM a better university. We set a goal last year to make UWM the best place to work. Under the leadership of Mark Money and Vice Chancellor Joan Prince, and with the participation of dozens of individuals and groups on our campus, we have taken some important actions that you will see this year for the Best Place to Work initiative. Notably, an interactive website has been launched to communicate with people on campus and provide a dashboard for progress in 11 key climate focus areas. As I consider the initiative, it is important for me to remember that our present climate was created over a much longer time frame than the last year, and it therefore will take dedication, hard work, and years to completely transform the climate of campus. I am excited because the Best Place to Work initiative will immediately help us recruit and retain outstanding people. The most common reason people leave their job is because they don't get along with their boss. The Best Place to Work initiative will provide leadership training at all levels to give those who are managing others the skills to improve workplace climate and resolve conflict. Now, I want to share with you something that happened to me last May that really signifies the importance of the Best Place to Work initiative for our campus. I was at a graduation ceremony and starting to walk out the door when I noticed an individual was following me and kind of hurried to catch me as I entered the door of the building. And they came to me and they said, oh. As they approached me and stopped me, they said, they thanked me profusely for actually starting the Best Place to Work initiative and for caring for the people of the campus. And she holding back tears, she then went on to say that for years that she had faced intimidation and harassment by one of her superiors. And she'd always been afraid to step forward in the past for fear of losing her job or making things worse. But after the launch of the Best Place to Work initiative, she felt empowered to step forward and make a difference for herself. So she followed some of the policies and the information of some of the working groups at the Best Place to Work initiative. And I'm very proud to say that her voice has been heard. And today, she is working in an environment that is safe and she feels valued and secure. Now, at the heart of campus climate is the compensation of our most valuable competitive asset, our employees. And as important as the Best Place to Work initiative is for campus, addressing employee compensation remains a top priority for my administration. No climate initiative can replace increases in faculty and staff salaries. Now, I am pleased to report that the next UWM system biennial budget plan currently includes a faculty and staff pay plan. Now, concurrently to what is planned at the state level, we are doing everything we can with existing campus funds to make faculty and staff salaries more competitive. Specifically, the campus is using limited central and school-held base budget funds to address the salaries of meritorious faculty and staff who are the most out of line with their peer comparisons or whom we are most in danger of losing. Now, these funds are not nearly enough to address the significant salary compression on our campus. We plan to continue to address this issue over the next several years so that all faculty and staff are compensated at market rates. Now, the time frame in which we accomplish this will depend heavily on future appropriations to the university and our ability to use these funds flexibly. Now, along with faculty and staff compensation, the other great challenge facing our campus is our student enrollment. This year, we have a headcount of 28,500 students, which is a decrease of 4% over the fall of 2011. Our graduate enrollment of 4,800 students is the lowest since 2006. And more importantly, our freshman class of 3,355 students is down 25% from our peak in the fall of 2007. Now, this freshman class, along with a 5% decrease in freshmen last year, will have significant impact on academic programs in the campus budget for the next 4 to 5 years. And if the current enrollment and retention trend continues, we will only have 24,850 students on our campus to start the 2017 academic year. We simply cannot allow this to happen. Now, there are many factors that affected our enrollment. Demographics in the state of Wisconsin, competition from for-profit and online schools, and record acceptance rates for Wisconsin and Minnesota students by UW-Madison. To put the competition with for-profit and online schools in context, there are presently 17,000 Wisconsin residents enrolled full-time in online for-profit academic institutions. These students represent the third largest university in our state. Now, this external competition makes the quality of a UWM degree an extremely important factor for market differentiation. This is why our present accreditation efforts, being led by Associate Vice Chancellor Dev Venugopalan, are critical to our future. Our accreditation ensures the quality of our academic programs and allows for continuous assessment and improvement. Our academic quality and integrity is vital for UWM to attract students, remain relevant, and align student skill sets with the needs of society. I appreciate the hard work of the faculty and staff presently involved in our accreditation efforts. Now, along with assuring quality, we need to aggressively recruit students to UWM in ways that we have not done before. Campus administration is developing both short and long-term strategies to turn the tide. We have hired Jeff Meese as the Associate Vice Chancellor for Enrollment Services. Having Jeff on board next month to solely focus on enrollment issues will help a great deal. The Campus Enrollment Task Force has recommended that we dramatically increase recruitment of out-of-state students from 28,000 contacts per year currently to 300 contacts in the future. I will be personally traveling to high schools in the region to meet with students and their parents in an effort to get the word out about what a great university we have. I am also soliciting many of our 140,000 alumni to be our recruiters and advocates at high schools around the state and across the country. We cannot sit idle when it comes to enrollment. I challenge each of you to be a solution to this problem. Recruitment and retention of students and advocates for UWM is all of our responsibility and will ultimately determine our future. We can all directly and indirectly address our enrollment challenges. All who teach, advise, and support students understand that the quality of our instruction and services has substantial impacts on retention and reputation. And we cannot underestimate how the work of groups such as our custodial staff and police force, among others, provides a clean, safe, and welcoming environment that attracts and retains students. Now, as an example of how we can do some simple things to address the problem, I need to look no further than our School of Education, led by our Dean, Carol Kolbach. This summer, the School of Education was facing a 7% decrease in enrollment this fall. Rather than accepting this, the faculty and staff from the School of Education called and emailed prospective students and encouraged them to enroll at UWM. I am very excited to say this strategy worked. Enrollment this fall in the School of Education is down less than 1%. Clearly, the people on our campus are innovative and creative and can help us solve our enrollment challenges. To make prudent decisions and carefully plan for our future, the campus is in the early phases of developing a strategic plan. Now, our planning process will continue throughout this year with the involvement of all stakeholders across campus and a fully inclusive and transparent process. Each of you will have the opportunity to provide input into our future as we undertake a systematic approach to our planning. From a new comprehensive campaign to strong academic plans, a new budget model, a compensation plan, a parking plan, our digital future, accreditation, to our visions and values. All these initiatives and others must be coordinated and melded into a comprehensive look ahead for our campus. And this roadmap must be useful, working, and dynamic document, not a volume that gathers dust, but a repository of information and direction we can all use. The plan will provide the campus with an overarching shape and direction to help us make critical decisions about our future. Now, this brief recap of current initiative and plans for the future show clearly that we've been fully mindful of our mission and clear in our vision. The task still remains to articulate the principles, the guiding values that this university, this community of thoughtful people can embrace to help make good decisions, the right choices, in this landscape of constant change. We have to look no further to Penn State to see what happens to an institution that has a mission and vision but does not hold true to its values. Leaders from campus administration and governance are developing a set of guiding values for our campus. These values articulate the standards by which we will evaluate our future choices and make decisions. Here is the working draft of our statement of values that will guide us as we initiate and respond to rapid transformational change. We value innovation, leadership, and collaboration that foster learning through education, scholarship, research, and public service. We value opportunities for open inquiry to support the positive transformation of individuals, students, faculty and staff, institutions, and communities. We value a caring, compassionate, and collegial community characterized by mutual respect and safety. We value diversity in all its definitions, including who we are, how we think, and what we do. We value ethical behavior based on integrity, accountability, and responsibility in all practices as a learning organization. We value transparent and inclusive decision-making. We value stewardship of resources that promote sustainability, prosperity, and equity for all in the local and global community. We value pride in our institution, our unique qualities, and our vital role. Now, we can provide examples for all of these guiding values. I believe one overarching one that especially speaks to pride in our institution, our unique qualities, and our vital role is the UWM Year of the Arts. It highlights the 50th anniversary of the Peck School of the Arts and its influence in the Wisconsin arts community and the contributions that the arts, creativity, innovation have made in every discipline. Now, the values which I have shown remain in draft form. I want all of you to read them to ensure they reflect who we are. I want to hear from you if something was included that shouldn't be, or something wasn't included that should be. And you can provide feedback and comments about the guiding values using the Chancellor's website feedback form. Universities are economic engines, yes, but they are also educators of whole human beings, of informed citizens, of critical thinkers, of artistic and scientific creators, of agents for tolerance and diversity. Neither universities nor values change overnight, nor should they. As Thomas Jefferson wrote, in matters of style, swim with the current. In matters of principle, stand like a rock. Now, speaking of swimming and its ties to water, I would like to conclude today with the latest Chancellor Spotlight on Excellence video. I believe that the video highlights several of our values, including providing opportunities for open inquiry to support the positive transformation of individuals.
It's hard to explain anybody's intrinsic interests, you know. I would say I like to build things and I like to watch things move.
Bobby, can you move in the direction I'm pointing?
The particular vehicle we have, which is called Lamar for Lake Michigan Amphibious Robot, is designed for just this environment here. It's an accessible area in the summer during good weather, but during the times when it's most interesting, that's when storms are riling it, or when it's just too cold, we have no data about what's going on in there. So it's a real challenge to design the robots that can go out there, stay out of trouble, and I like to say, live to tell the tale. You know, come back and give the data or your images. Now we're at the point where we do run Lamar regularly in the lake, and that, of course, is very, very fun for all involved.
When we get something working, he was so excited. I mean, the first time we got the autonomous guidance working, he went out in the lake and got drenched in his clothes, just like everyone else. And yeah, he was just like the other kids who just dove in the water to see, like, where is it going? Is it on track?
There are a number of challenges that the waterfront and environmental area sees. An early introduction into math, science, technology allows those high school students to develop their career paths so they may in the future be the ones solving these problems. And UWM's role in that is very important as well.
Every university is more than its students and its faculty. Every university is a part of the community. And this is part of UWM's actually rather substantial and extensive and diverse outreach effort to enhance the Milwaukee community. You know, people will come here because of UWM.
I mean, one thing we could do is just leave that off.
Where I work in particular at the School of Freshwater Sciences, it's an excellent place to work because there's an absolutely world-class staff there, and everybody, from the people in the office to the professors and students in the lab, we're all excited about it.
No matter what he was interested in or what he was doing, he'd be teaching someone about something, because that's what he does so well and that's what he loves to do.
My friends repeatedly say I play with toys all the time. It's not fun playing with toys alone. If it wasn't for the students, it could actually get kind of dull pretty quick. It's just fun teaching them and then ultimately seeing them progress to the point where they're actually teaching you. The sky's the limit, or the bottom of the ocean's the limit.
Now, I'd again like to thank all of you for coming today and for all of your commitment to UWM. And at this point, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. I think they're going to be having some mics travel through the audience. There's got to be somebody, right? Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to leave you speechless, so. Okay. Well, again, thanks for coming today, and I really look for an exciting academic year. So thank you.